Hi guys, welcome to a new video. I'm going to take you along my week because I just feel like I have so much to catch you up on and we're going to go through with it. We're going to go through some books that I bought, some special edition books that I can't believe I'm going to go through with you. I've got a really exciting update of where I've been last weekend, and then of course some wedding updates and just basically so much, so I needed to sit down and talk to you. So here we go. Okay, first things first, before we get into the books and like the bookish kind of like content and updates, I feel like I really need to talk about this because this is actually my top performing video on my channel, which was sharing my story of my breast reduction surgery that I actually had 7 years ago now, but I just need to talk about this experience that I went on and hopefully this helps some people. So if you're not interested in that, skip ahead and we'll get into the book stuff, we get into the wedding updates. But this, I just feel like I really need to talk to you about, and hopefully some of you found my channel from that video. And yeah, so I'm gonna get my notes up and just give you a bit of a rundown of where I was yesterday. So yesterday Jack and I actually drove up to Nottingham, which is so far away from here, but it was this really opportunity for me to speak about my breast reduction surgery to people, you know, to do with the NHS. This workshop that I was a part of was to help improve the system moving forward for other women who potentially will go ahead and get the breast reduction surgery. And I just felt like it was an amazing opportunity, hopefully help more women, and I just had the loveliest time. So yeah, it was pretty insane. I actually left feeling so emotional because there were so many like-minded women around, and the workshop was to do with breast reduction surgery and breast asymmetry, which I've worked quite closely with a couple of my clients. So it was just really, pardon the pun, a topic quite close to the chest. So the company I went and did the workshop with work with the NHS in the East Midlands, and they're called Body Aspect, and they basically do 3D body scans to help decide whether that person is eligible for surgery or not, because there's so many factors that come into it. And it was basically just a workshop of working with women who have had the surgery, who got denied the surgery, or going through the process of trying to get the surgery. Loads of different stories, and yeah, I got to share my story and share everything that I went through, which to be honest I very much say in that other video. So if you do want to watch that, I will leave it linked above. And like I said, that is the most top performing video on my channel, and I have had so many messages and kind messages of women who want to go ahead with the surgery or have gone ahead, and I constantly chat to girls that have gone through it. So it was so nice to just like meet more people that have gone through this process. And I'm not really explaining properly, but really hope that Body Aspect have the opportunity to get these body scanners to the rest of the UK, because I say in that video, but I had to go and have some photographs taken for my proposal to get the surgery. That was really uncomfortable for me as a young woman, you know, and it was really nice and like reassuring to hear other women who are young women like me, like had to go and have photos, some of them taken by men. Like, you just feel really uncomfortable with that, particularly when it's, you know, a woman's health problem. So anyway, I could honestly talk about this all day. So I think the main thing I want to do is, if anyone has any more questions about breast reduction surgery, please comment, or please private DM me if you don't want to like just put it you know, in an open comment forum on YouTube. Please message me privately because I love helping women through this process. I don't feel like I can explain too much of what happened in the workshop because, you know, not everybody wants to share their story online. I'm not disclosing who this person was, but there was a particular lady there who was so wonderful. She was quite a bit older than me and she had recently undergone the surgery. And we were just having such a lovely conversation about how she kind of wishes that she did it when she was younger, when she was my age. And it was just nice having that conversation of like, sometimes I question, you know, am I going to have the surgery again if I decide to have kids in the future? And, you know, all of these questions that like you have, or like the guilt that you feel that you decided to go through it when you did and not wait, and all of these things. We just had such like a lovely conversation. I just really hope that me being involved in that workshop has changed something moving forward that will allow more women to be eligible for the surgery, because so many people get denied, and it's just such a shame, because it doesn't mean, you know, that then they don't meet the requirements. I felt so emotional, how I view myself and how much that surgery has changed my life, and I'm just feeling so grateful that I was lucky enough to get it when I did, because there were also some women there that unfortunately were denied the surgery, and I just felt so bad and so guilty that I had the surgery over them, and it was so hard. I just felt so upset that these women got denied it, you know, when they obviously really need it. And it, oh, I'm just I'm not making sense because it's all a bit like fresh for me. Anyway, I have rambled for so long. I'm looking at the camera and it's like not got long left on the storage because I've just chatted. But moving on to the books, okay? The books. I said in my reading wrap up that I was in a bit of a slump since reading Conditions of Will, and I very much said in that video that I regretted the fact I didn't annotate it. Well, what did she do? She went and annotated it. I did it on bank holiday and it was so nice. I just had like a cup of tea and just sat there. I literally had the best time annotating and like tabbing it. I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to ruin my book, but I had the best time doing it, and I think it's definitely for me, unless I'm doing it on the Kindle, because the Kindle you can just like highlight obviously straight away, but I think for me, physically annotating and tabbing, I have to do on a reread, because I have to just read and digest the book and then go back and reread and tab, I think. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. Yeah, I just, yeah, I went through and I tabbed it, and yeah, I don't know why this book just touched me a little bit. But yeah, there were just so many quotes, I think. Yeah, just stuck with me. So yeah, that's what I did last weekend, and it was so fun. And yeah, it was just like a nice downtime to just like chill, because like I said, I really need to start slowing down towards the wedding because I don't want to be ill. That was a good like chill activity that I just really enjoyed. But since then, I think I did say in that video, I read When in Rome, and then I read and then I downloaded Practice Makes Perfect on my Kindle. And guys, Practice Makes Perfect was so good. I will do it in like a May wrap up, so maybe I'll talk about it in more detail there, but I had the best time reading that book. The book I'm currently reading is The 7 Rules for a Perfect Marriage, and I literally started it this morning, so I'm gonna read some more this afternoon. But this is actually a proof, so it's not out yet. It's coming out July 2025, and it's was sent to me by Bloomsbury, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, obviously with the wedding coming up and things, I need to know what the tips are for the perfect marriage. Jack and I picked up our wedding rings. We had the best afternoon. We went and picked up the wedding rings, and they are hidden in the house because basically we feel like we picked them up a little bit too early because we know they're in the house and we want to just wear them. Anyway, this book, I'll let you know, I'm still reading it. But coming on to start off by saying, basically, since I annotated the Jessa Hastings book, I wanted to start annotating this one. And you guys know I constantly did say, but I want these covers. I just think I don't love the shoe covers. I might regret it, but I wanted these covers. And you can see where this is going. Oh my god. There's a site called Books Please, and I do actually have a discount code, and I think it's just Donatella Butt, and you get 15% off. So yes, I did use my own discount code to get these books, but basically, oh my god, I can't. I can't. Ah! They give you bookmarks. This is so cute. So yes, I did get the entire Magnolia Parks collection. I actually cannot even breathe. Wow. I basically decided I wanted these and I'm going to get rid of those. So that being said, if anyone watching this video has not read Magnolia Parks and you want to be sent my collection, comment and write a little yellow love heart and I'll do it as a little giveaway. And yeah, I will send you my other Magnolia Parks collection, because I do think, is it a little bit silly that I have like 3 versions of the same book? Maybe, I don't know. But what I want to do in particular is basically, why I got them is because I want to go through and do a reread and annotate them. So I will do that in a separate video, but I can't breathe. The art on these books is something else. Stunning. I think, you know, this is the original cover, so I don't know when the shoe covers came into it, but there she is, our Queen Magnolia. Sorry, I'm literally rambling. The difference of size from like the book, like what the hell? Why are they so much smaller? But it's still the same width. I don't understand. I guess there's just less on it. But yeah, I want to annotate them. That's the goal. So I'm not gonna probably reread until after the wedding, but wow. So yeah, comment. Anyway, I have rambled for enough time, but I will probably catch up with you tomorrow, where I'm gonna start a bit more of the week. Look at that one as well. Oh. Okay, right. I'll speak to you tomorrow. You can see me in the background. Right, it's been a few days since I last vlogged and something's just arrived that I need to show you. I did unbox it on TikTok, but I obviously showed you my unboxing of the Magnolia Parks collection. Well, I've been a bit obsessed with this website because I've gone and got Binding 13 and Keeping 13 as well. And I personally think it was rude not to. Look at this as well. I'm so excited by it. But they do also have Saving 6, Redeeming 6 and Taming 7. So I think when the new one comes out, I think I'm gonna have to, because I think I just prefer these covers. I don't know, I just don't love, do you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm obsessed. But these are gonna be my annotated versions. So yes, I am gonna go back through and annotate them. I'm not sure how I feel about this. They kind of feel like some of the books I've got are floppy, don't get me wrong, but these are like super floppy to the point they feel like a school workbook, like the pages, do you know what I mean? So I'm not sure, but these are going to be my annotated versions, so that is the plan. I realise I have been quite chatty in this vlog, but this evening I am off to an event with Boots Opticians, which gives me a good chance to look for some reading glasses. So come along with us to the event. We're gonna go now. Jack is just getting ready. I'll just show you what there is, so let's go. Put Jack in the vlog. Yeah, it's okay if I'm sat here, but if I'm in the driving seat, I can't vlog in the car. So we're off to the Boots event. I'm literally just putting money on the car.
Boots
event. I get very confused with all the different like parking apps. There's Just Park, there's Park by Pay by Phone, there's Ringo. They're not all the same, I don't think. This is just Park. That's all they've got. So I've got all the apps to try and figure it out. Yeah, all of them. Oh my goodness, so we finished at the event. That was so much fun. Also guys, I did actually get a cupcake, and I got 2 cupcakes because there was like beautiful like cakes that were made for the 10-year anniversary of their store. And I said to Jack, I was like, do you want a cake? He was like, no, I'm fine. I was looking at him, I was like, maybe like in case you change your mind later. He was like, okay. So I got 2 cakes and I just had one. So this is for tomorrow. Oh my god, that dog is loose. Oh my god, whose dog is that? Has he run away? Oh my goodness. Oh, someone's dog is like... Jack, there's someone's dog is loose and I don't know whose dog it is, and it's a little Cocker Spaniel. It literally ran that way and I can't find... the owner's not around. I'm doing my skincare. Sorry if you can hear our fan. It's like so hot in our house. So in the UK we do not have aircon. So every year we make the mistake of having to sleep with the fan on. So that is what you can hear in the background. I'm just putting my skincare on. I'm very at the end of this quarterly, but the event was so good. Firstly, we found the owners of that dog. It was a very traumatic time, and I think I didn't really fully explain to you what happened. But yeah, we found the owners. The dog is safe. Sorry for any distress that may have caused. Anyway, the event was so lovely. It was celebrations, I think I said, celebration of 10 years of the Boots Opticians store. And honestly, I didn't realise how many brands they have in Boots Opticians. So like Gucci, Saint Laurent, Tom Ford, there was Longchamp there were so many gorgeous frames. And what was really interesting for me is I am looking at getting some nice sunglasses for the wedding, so it was really nice to kind of just try on different things. I don't actually need like prescription sunglasses, so I didn't need to look there, but I think that you can buy them without the prescription there, which was pretty cool. Jack found some, I think they were Ray-Ban for the wedding. So yeah, we both did have our eyes tested, and the lady was so helpful. Like, we had so much time with her, asked her so many questions. And also ages ago when I had an eye test, I was told I had like a mark on my eye, and they had this machine where they could like scan your whole eye. I would have included it in the vlog, and they could like fully see all the layers of your eye, and it was just so interesting. And yeah, my eyes are all healthy, which is good to hear, and I can keep reading as many books as I would like, so that is great. Anyway, I'm probably going to leave this video here because I am going to get back to Taming 7, and I will do a reading vlog in the next vlog. I'm going to go to bed, see how Gibbsy and Claire are doing, and yeah, I will leave this video here, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and yeah, I will see you next week for another one. Bye guys.